Today we wanted to show you one of the world's great ways to eat a super fresh fish, whole steamed fish with soy sauce. Japan's got sashimi, Latin America's got ceviche, and China's got whole steamed fish. See, if you've eaten fish at a restaurant in China, you know that this is a cuisine that values freshness. They'll often have live fish swimming around in fish tanks. You choose your fish and they'll kill it on the spot and steam it. But it's not just restaurants. The supermarkets have live fish. The markets have live fish. The whole seafood supply chain is built around freshness. So when you're making this dish yourself at home, you'll want the freshest fish you can get. And it's not really physically possible to get any fresher than what we've got here today. So I'm going to show you how to kill and prep this fish here, which is a kind of sea bass. Make sure you've got a sharp, heavy cleaver and some rubber fish gloves because fish can get quite slippery. Killing a fish is really quite easy, but you're still going to want to work quickly and with confidence. So take your fish, give it a strong smack on the side of the head. Now it's stunned, so flip it and give it a good whack above the eyes. That's the skull break, and that's it. Now to prep it, cut along the belly and get the guts out. The guts are quite bitter, so make sure that you do a good job getting everything that's in that little pocket from the belly cut to the spine. Also, right below the cheek, there's the gills, which you're going to want to cut out with a knife. To scale the thing, this can get a bit messy, so we've moved to the bathroom. You're probably going to want one of these little fish scalers, because working with the back of a knife can be a real pain. Scrub the sides of the fish, being sure to get the heads and also behind the fins. And now with the fish totally prepped, just check out how fresh this fish looks. Look at how clear the eye is. This isn't just a different dish than a frozen fillet. It's like a whole different category of food. So start boiling some water and put your fish in a big plate to steam. Because fish is a bit too big to go on a bamboo steamer, we don't really have much of a choice but to use the plate method here. To aid in air circulation then, put some spring onion on the plate below the middle of the fish. This will make sure that the fish cooks evenly. And because we actually want to taste the fish, we're not going to do much to season this besides cut up a couple inches of ginger and laying them over the fish. Once the water is almost boiling, we can prep our sauce. Toss a half a tablespoon of sugar in a small bowl, and then get 5 tablespoons of the boiling water and give it a mix to dissolve the sugar into it. Then put in about a teaspoon of stock concentrate, a touch of liaozhou or shaoxing, 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce, about a teaspoon of sesame oil, and give that a nice mix, and that's it for the sauce. So now our water should be boiling, so just put in your fish plate. There's no real tricks here. This is just going to steam on high for about 4.5 minutes per pound of fish. So for this sized fish, we did 5 minutes. So while that's steaming, we can prep some green onion curls for our garnish. To curl up some green onion, all you need to do is julienne them real fine, then toss them in ice cold water, and then they'll just naturally curl right up. And a couple minutes later, our fish is done. And you can tell it's done from the eye, which is already popped out. Now, take out any water that the fish has released while steaming and just dump it out. I've seen some people say that this liquid should form the base for the steamed fish sauce, which is completely bonkers. That liquid is about as bitter as bile. Taking off your ginger and green onion, you're gonna see some broken skin, but don't panic, that's a good thing. It means that your fish was fresh. If you're at a restaurant and the skin hasn't broken like this, you'll know that they were actually using frozen fish. So just toss that popped eye back in and smother it in a bunch of those green onion curls to look all pretty. Last step, take some oil and get it piping hot. Pour the oil all over the fish so that it sizzles and gets a real nice sheen on it. Then you're going to drain out the oil. Pour our steamed fish soy sauce around the fish and we're done. A whole steamed fish from scratch. This fish is just so absurdly flaky and delicious. I really hope you give this one a try. As always, subscribe for more Chinese cooking videos And for a detailed recipe, click through to the Reddit link in the description. And also, if you're interested in random food and cooking tidbits, check out Steph on Instagram or me on Twitter.